Classical optics is divided into two main branches: geometrical OR ray optics and physical OR wave optics. In geometrical optics, light is considered to travel in straight lines, while in physical optics, light is considered as an electromagnetic wave. Geometrical optics, OR ray optics, describes the propagation of light in terms of rays, which travel in straight lines, and whose paths are governed by the laws of reflection and refraction at interfaces between different media. These laws were discovered empirically as far back as 984 AD and have been used in the design of optical components and instruments from then until the present day. It contains on Snell's law Gaussian optics, ray tracing, image and object positions magnifications. Reflection physics. Reflections can be divided into two types: specular reflection and diffuse reflection. Real, virtual, Lambert's cosine law, luminance, surface normal, law of reflection. Flat mirrors, mirror images. Corner reflectors, retroreflection. Mirrors with parabolic surfaces, focus, spherical aberration. Speed of light in vacuum. Mirages, gradient index optics. Total internal reflection. Lens optics. Focal length. Lensmaker's equation. Thin lens sign convention aberrations, chromatic aberration. Physical optics. Speed of light in air 3.0 times 108 meter per second, exactly 299,792,458 meters per second in vacuum. Wavelength. Maxwell's equations. Quantum mechanical effects, Huygens-Fresnel equation. Principle of superposition of waves. Kirchhoff diffraction equation, Fraunhofer diffraction. Numerical modeling techniques such as the finite element method, the boundary element method and the transmission line matrix method. Fourier optics, acoustic engineering. Signal processing. Gaussian beam propagation. Superposition principle in interference optics. Nonlinear effects, phase, constructive interference. Interferometry is the science of measuring these patterns, usually as a means of making precise determinations of distances or angular resolutions. Michelson interferometer, thin films and coatings. Anti-reflective coatings, dielectric mirrors, interference filters, heat reflectors, color television. Diffraction optical resolution, Francesco Maria Grimaldi. Effects, Newton's rings, James Gregory diffraction. Grating, Fresnel or Fraunhofer diffraction. X-ray diffraction, Crystal, Angstrom. Bragg reflection, unique patterns. Aperture diffraction. Limited optics, Airy pattern, airy disk. Rayleigh criterion, interferometry, scattering. Twinkle, astronomical seeing, adaptive optics. Dispersion optics and scattering. Thomson scattering, Compton scattering, quantum mechanical, Rayleigh scattering, Mie scattering, Tyndall effect, Raman scattering. Brillouin scattering, phase velocities, optical waveguide. Rainbow phase velocity, group velocity. Abbe number, propagation constant. Optical fibers. Polarization waves, transverse waves, linear polarization, circular or elliptical polarization. Chirality. Jones calculus. Kess parameters. Changing polarization. Beer E. Fringent. Wave plates, retarders, linear modes, and Faraday rotation, optical rotation, circular modes. Calcite, Erasmus Bart. Holy NUS dichroism, mineralogy, pleochroism, mechanical stress, photoelasticity. Polarization rotators, polarizing filter. Correlated, degree of polarization, atmosphere, skies, photographs.